The world is not waiting for you to get ready. Right now, quietly and without announcement, millions of people are learning skills that will define whether they thrive or become invisible in the years ahead. Here is the question that matters. Are you one of them? If this video is landing at the right moment for you, hit like and subscribe. Not for the algorithm, for yourself. Because this is the kind of content you will want to come back to. We are in the middle of one of the fastest skill shifts in modern history. Artificial intelligence, once the subject of science fiction, is now running inside hospitals, law offices, newsrooms, and factories. According to the World Economic Forum's 2026 Future of Jobs report, roughly 44% of workers' core skills are expected to change in the next 5 years. This is not a story about robots taking jobs. It is a story about people who understand new tools and people who do not. The gap between those two groups is growing fast. That is why this moment, right before 2026, is not just important, it is urgent. The story of AI skills did not begin in 2024. It began slowly, then all at once. In 2020, few people outside of tech had heard of language models. By 2022, ChatGPT arrived and changed the conversation. By 2023, companies began restructuring entire departments around AI-assisted workflows. And by late 2024, employers in dozens of industries began listing AI literacy as a basic job requirement, not a bonus. So what exactly are these 7 skills? Let us walk through them one by one in the order they matter most. Skill 1, prompt engineering. This is the ability to communicate clearly with AI tools. Think of it like learning to ask the right questions. A poorly written prompt gives you a useless answer. A well-crafted prompt gives you something you can actually use. According to a 2024 report by McKinsey, employees who understood how to prompt AI tools were 3 times more productive on writing and research tasks than those who did not. McKinsey Global Institute 2024. Skill 2, AI-assisted research. This means using AI tools to find, filter, and verify information faster than any search engine can. It does not mean trusting everything an AI says. It means knowing how to use AI as a research partner while keeping your own critical eye. Researchers at Stanford found that trained users could cut literature review time by up to 60% using AI tools. Stanford HAI 2023. Skill 3, AI-assisted writing and editing. This is not about letting AI write everything for you. It is about using AI to draft, refine, and polish your own ideas faster. The best writers today are not the ones who ignore AI. They are the ones who know exactly when to use it and when to trust their own voice. Skill 4, data literacy with AI tools. You do not need to be a data scientist, but you do need to understand what data means, what it can show you, and where it can mislead you. Tools like AI-powered spreadsheets and dashboards are now common in workplaces. People who can read and question data are far harder to replace than those who cannot. Skill 5, AI workflow automation. This means connecting different tools so they work together automatically. Think of it as building a small machine that handles repetitive tasks for you: emails, reminders, data entry, reports. According to Zapier's 2024 State of Automation report, 76% of workers who used workflow automation said it saved them more than an hour every single day. Skill 6, critical AI evaluation. This might be the most important skill of all. It means knowing how to spot when AI is wrong, biased, or being misused. AI systems can reflect the prejudices in their training data. They can hallucinate facts. They can be used to deceive. Knowing how to question AI output, not just accept it, is what separates a thoughtful user from a dangerous one. Skill 7, AI ethics and responsible use. Understanding the rules, both legal and moral, around AI is no longer optional. From copyright to privacy to algorithmic bias, the landscape is changing fast. According to the OECD's AI Policy Observatory, more than 60 countries had introduced or updated AI governance frameworks by 2024. Knowing these boundaries protects you and the people around you. Not everyone agrees on how urgent this shift really is. Some economists argue that the disruption from AI is being overstated, that workers have adapted to technological change before, from the printing press to the internet, and they will adapt again. Their point is worth taking seriously. Others point to genuine uncertainty. It is still unclear which jobs will be most affected, how fast change will come, and whether AI tools will remain as dominant as they are today. There are also real concerns about access. Not everyone has the devices, internet, or education to develop these skills equally. That gap matters, and it should not be ignored. Behind every headline about automation, there is a real person trying to figure out what to do next. A teacher in Karachi wondering if her lesson plans need to change. A graphic designer in Lagos wondering if clients will prefer AI-generated art. A logistics manager in Rotterdam wondering if his entire team needs retraining. These are not abstract worries. They are real, daily human anxieties. At the same time, there are quiet stories of transformation happening every day. Freelancers who doubled their output, small business owners who automated their billing and got weekends back, students who used AI to write faster and spend more time thinking deeper. The difference in almost every case was not luck. It was a deliberate decision to learn. Think of AI like electricity. When electricity first arrived in factories, the factories that simply installed lights in the same old building barely improved. The factories that redesigned everything around electricity, the layout, the machines, the workflows, became 10 times more productive. That is the same choice people face today with AI. The 7 skills in this video are not tricks or shortcuts. They are the new electricity, the foundation you need to redesign how you work, think, and create. Historically, every major tool shift has rewarded those who learned early and penalized those who waited too long. There is no reason to believe this time is different. From an ethical standpoint, knowing these skills also makes you a more responsible participant in society. As AI is increasingly used in hiring, lending, healthcare, and education, understanding how these systems work and how they can fail is no longer just a career asset. It is, arguably, a civic one. Here's what we know. AI is already reshaping how work gets done across almost every field. 7 foundational skills: prompt engineering, research, writing, data literacy, workflow automation, critical evaluation, and ethics are emerging as the core toolkit for this new era. What we do not know is exactly how fast this will move or how evenly opportunity will spread. What we do know is this: the people who start now will have a real advantage over the people who wait. And the next 2 minutes of this video will show you exactly what that could look like. In the most likely near-term scenario, demand for workers with AI fluency will continue to rise steeply across tech, healthcare, education, marketing, legal, and finance sectors. Salaries for AI literate professionals are already on average 20% higher than equivalent roles without that skill set, according to reported industry data from LinkedIn. That gap is likely to widen. In a second scenario, governments and institutions accelerate public AI education, making these skills available to more people, not just those who can afford private training. Several countries, including Singapore and Finland, are reported to be expanding national AI literacy programs into schools and community centers. This is a reason for cautious optimism. In a third scenario, one no one should dismiss, the people who do not invest in these skills now find themselves increasingly dependent on those who did. Not because they are less intelligent or less capable, but simply because they did not have the information or the moment to start. That is what this video is trying to be, that moment. Which of these 7 skills will you start learning this week? You do not have to master all 7 of these skills by tomorrow, but picking even one of them, starting this week, even for 20 minutes a day, puts you ahead of the majority of people who are still waiting for permission to begin. The future does not announce itself, it just arrives. And when it does, the question it asks is simple: were you ready? The best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is right now. Drop a comment with the skill you're starting first. We read every single one. Check the description for full sources and details.